people. Today is another episode of News on the Spectrum. That's right. Today episode gonna be special because I'm recording it on Saturday than usually on Sunday. What is happening is I'm going on holidays. That's right, long and deserved holidays. I'm going to a small town in Poland. I'm not gonna tell you the names because you guys are crazy and you can follow me and I do not have any money, so you're probably gonna murder me because of that. It is terrible. Okay. What what were I doing this weekend? What was I was doing this weekend? Well, I went to comedy show. I was doing an open mic. That's right. Then I did some puzzles with my girlfriend late in the night. We bought some 1,000 piece puzzle, and it seems like it's fucking 10,000 piece puzzle. It's terrible. People don't do it. It's literally pain in the ass and it's long. It takes really long time to finish it. We still didn't finish. It's Robert Hopper Nighthawks, and this motherfucker use only blue. I don't know. Does anyone told him there are other colors in this universe, not just blue? Light blue, dark blue, medium blue, blue, and blue die. All this fucking blue. Anyway, little digression. Today episode gonna be about Ireland. That's right. What do I know about Ireland? Well, the capital is Dublin. You used to be under UK occupation, but you fought them off. That's right. Congratulations for that. You guys invented whiskey. That's right. You probably had some other scientific achievements, but since you invented whiskey, nothing else was achieved. That's right. What else do I know about Dublin? You guys became like a hub for all the Americans companies try to avoid taxes, like Facebook and all that shit. And because of that, regular people don't have a place to stay because it's simply too expensive. My girlfriend told me you can rent a bed in Dublin. That's right. You're renting a bed, not the room, not the flat, a bed, or even half of a bed. That's right. So you're paying money, extra money, just to sleep on a half of the bed, and other half is shared with some random stranger. And every day you have to have a discussion. Hey, today I'm sleeping with your legs in my face. That's right. Sorry for my throat. As usual, I do have problems with my nose. What else do I know about Ireland? You're neighboring with, well, Northern Ireland, which used to be your territory, but again, UK politics, divide and conquer, and now there's some troubles there. The place used to be called also Troubles. What else? What else do I know about Ireland? You guys have your own version of rugby. It's called Irish football, which is a mix of football and rugby. That's right. You do have, I think you guys are calling the paddies. Oh, you paddy bastard. This kind of stuff. What else do I know about? A lot of Polish people went to Ireland because for looking for jobs, but also you're also an alcoholic nation with the strong ties to Catholic Church, so we kind of felt like home. You marry, you beat your wife, you're going to church, you drink, this kind of activities, especially on the weekends. That's right. What else about? Main export of islands. What could be? Well, nowadays is the technology, right? Because like I've mentioned before, all the American companies set their headquarters in Ireland, fucking up the rest of the society. Okay, and the main invention of Ireland are ginger people. That's right. For some reason, you have the biggest amount of gingers in society, 14%, which is kind of nice because I'm also a ginger. Therefore, I do believe there is a place for me. Yeah, it's kind of hilarious because sometimes you meet a person from Ireland and they have like a black hair, but somehow they are still looking ginger. Yeah, doesn't matter what kind of hair color you have in Ireland, you're still a ginger. Ron Weasley, motherfuckers. I know. Have you heard that shit? Ron Weasley? I've heard it all the time. And I don't like it because he's a loser. Yeah. Yeah, Ron Weasley in this Harry Potter books where everyone has magical superpowers. You all know what superpower Mr. Weasley has? Hanging out with cool people. That's right. One person can fly on a fucking broomstick, other person can turn into animal, and Ron Weasley has friends. I don't think it's a superpower, all right? Okay, let's go with the news. Okay, the first news are coming from Cork Bell. Cork Bell is probably from the city of Cork, I guess. Okay, so Doc covers bonkers story of Cork dad who buried himself alive for 61 days, barely able to move, and his only toilet was a trapdoor in the coffin. What the fuck? Oh shit! Why he did it? There's a photo of him in the coffin, looking like Dracula without the teeth. Is the craziest true story you never heard of, where a Cork man buried himself alive under a builder yard for 2 months for fame and fortune. Did you listen to gypsies? Did you listen to gypsies? That sounds like some gypsy curse or this kind of stuff. Okay, so so there is a fascinating tale of Coffin Man, Mick McKinney, Miney, who lived in Mitchellstown, who was originally from Ballyporeen village in CO Tipperary. He was put underground in Kilburn, London, on February. Kilburn, London. Isn't it an island? Kilburn, because Kilburn sounds Irish, but London, well, that's the capital of the UK. In a bid to earn a Guinness. Oh, okay. So he tried to beat a Guinness World Record for longest time spent buried alive. Okay, did he manage? It came as a part of a competition being held in the city, and the local Irish community turned up in droves to see him laid to rest at the lounge. As he lay underground, barely able to move for 61 days, countless more locals stopped by to cheer him on, and his story was told in papers that broadcast on TV, told in papers and broadcast on TV and radios all around the world. Okay. It's actually really hilarious because the first photo was him laying in the coffin, and the second photo is him getting out of the coffin with a crucifix in his hand, which again resembles of Dracula. And that's right, Dracula. Yeah, Dracula, man. And the time the record was previously the record was held by the American fittingly named Digger Odell. Oh yeah, he was a digger with a soft A. Who had spent 45 days buried alive. Throughout the competition, the tip native had access to air the whole time. That would be more impressive if he didn't, if he hadn't, and was given plenty of food and water. All the while, his only toilet was a trapdoor that opened to a pit underneath the coffin. Mick, long-awaited resurrection occurred on 22nd of April, and huge crowds turned out to welcome him and congratulate him on his achievement. Didn't he, did he have a job? Just like didn't, didn't show up to work for 2 months. Okay, what's your excuse this time? Well, I was digged underground. At the stage, by all accounts, he should have earned the Guinness World Record, reporters say. However, there was no Guinness judge. How there was no Guinness judge? It was in Ireland, and you guys invented Guinness, a beer, but you couldn't find your local neighbor working in a brewery. So he didn't get the title because there was no judge. Okay, so apparently then he was scammed out of profits. Oh, by the guy who sponsored the whole trip. How do you sponsor someone being buried on the ground? Oh man. Okay, so he became famous, however, earning the nickname the Coffin Man, and he lived up to his new title, becoming known as Burial Artist, and held his final performance at the Kilworth Festival in North Cork in 1990. Passed away in 2003. Let me guess, they buried him. Actually, no, there would be a funny joke if he would die and they would cremate him. Like, come on, the Coffin Man. It's against the tradition. Okay, the second news are coming from the Irish Times. US cancer patient developed an uncontrollable Irish accent. It's also happened to Polish girls going to Ireland for 2 days. They're coming back with an Irish accent, thinking they're Irish. I don't know. Maybe it's not a Polish specific, but Doctors say a man who developed foreign accent syndrome had never been to Ireland nor had any immediate Irish relatives. You all know what? I met people like that on the street. They've never been in Ireland, but somehow they try to speak with Irish accent because it's cool and fun and fake. Fake when those people are doing, not the Irish people. I have utmost respect for Ireland's people. Utmost. Utmost too. A cancer patient in US developed what researchers say an uncontrollable Irish accent. Uncontrollable Irish accent. Like, hold him down. He's uncontrollable. He speaks in Irish accent. And the guy's like, yo, party bastard. During treatment, despite never having been to Ireland or having immediate relatives from the country. While still rare, cases of foreign accent syndrome, FAS, foreign accent syndrome is called FAS because in Poland, when you say FAS, it means your parents drank while your mom drank while you were pregnant. Are more common in patients following strokes and head trauma. Are you guys saying that if you have a head trauma, you become Irish? Or who have psychiatry disorders, according to the experts from North Carolina's Duke University and the Carolina Urologic Research Center for South Carolina. During research, they could only find two similar cases that evolved. They actually found like people from Ireland was like, oh yeah, he has a head trauma. I was like, no, I'm from Ireland. Same thing. That evolved in the unnamed US patient who was a man in his 50s with metastatic hormone sensitive prostate cancer. Jesus Christ, that sounds terrible. Both other cases occurred in women cancer patients in their 50s and 60s between 2009 and 11. To our knowledge, this is the first case of FAST described in a patient with prostate cancer. Okay. Some details of the main case, including his own nationality, were not revealed, but researchers said he maintained an Irish accent through 20 months of treatment and gradual onset of paralysis until his death. That's right, people. Irish accent put him to death. I shouldn't be fucking making jokes about it because this is a guy who died of cancer, but still. Although the man had lived in England in the in his 20s and had friends, more distant family members from Ireland, he never visited Ireland. Okay, so there was some brain abnormalities and symptom offset. Mhm. He developed it spontaneously through intensive speech therapy, while the other changes permanent. Okay, so there was some UK women with a Chinese accent. She had a Chinese accent. Not only, and the lady was complaining, not only I have a stroke, I also develop a Chinese accent. I was like, okay, it's probably worse than Chinese than Irish accent, because at least when you're Irish accent and you are white, people assume like from Ireland. If you have a Chinese accent and you are white, people assume you are racist. It's fucking terrible. The U.S. reports say the cases were of the patient with the Irish accent underscored a need for more research. Yes, they should go to Ireland. This unusual presentation highlights the importance of additional literature on FAS and PNDs associated with prostate cancer to improve understanding the links between these rare syndromes and clinical trajectory. That's right, people. You need more research. You need to go to Ireland, drink some whiskey, hang out with the locals, and check out what's wrong with them. That's right. Maybe they are not Irish. Maybe the whole country doesn't exist. It's just whole island full of people with head trauma and prostate cancer. Just kidding.
And now is the time for news from Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia still doesn't exist.
All right, people. Time for the second part of the news. The first part was about the guy who dug himself into the ground, trying to become a Dracula and beat the world records, and he failed on both of those tasks. And the second one was about the guy who developed an Irish accent for some reason. That's right, because he had a he had a prostate cancer. Okay, so now the another news are coming from the Irish Post. Paddy Power have paid out a fan who placed money on Theresa May, a former British Prime Minister, becoming a next director of football at Manchester United. I love this kind of fuckery. It's just like some guys are like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna bet on some completely completely unpredictable shit. Okay. For their gutsy bet, Paddy Power decided to hand the punter their winnings and a whooping £2,500. Oh shit, alright. Theresa May announced her resignation as a prime minister earlier today. The news are old, by the way. Will step down June 7 to pave the way for the new Conservative Party. And someone put a fiver, which is a £5. Oh shit! And some put a five. Okay. So anyway, however, she confirmed that she will continue on in her job as Maidenhead MP, making a move to Manchester seem all the more improbable and frankly logistically challenging to say at least. May was listed as an outsider for the role and also listed for the jobs were Usain Bolt and Rachel Riley. And here's the proof of the bet. Yeah, the guy was literally placed the five fucking pounds that the former prime minister was going to be a director of football in Manchester United, and he won. Kudos for him, you know. Try to bet on something more improbable stuff like I don't know, world peace, this kind of stuff. All right, good luck for him, you know. It's hilarious bets. I'm gonna bet £5 that fucking prime minister gonna fuck a pig. And bam, there is a pig and a prime minister. And fucking short news, people, short news. And the last part of the news is coming from UPI. Mhm. Lion on the loose in Ireland was a big dog with a fresh haircut. That's right. People thought it was a lion. No, it's a dog. Actually, he does. He does look like a lion. Small one though. Police in Ireland investigating a viral video of a lion on the loose in the woods of Eastern County Clare discovered that the animal was in fact a Newfoundland dog with a fresh haircut. He looking fresh, all right. Garda, which is Irish police station in Killaloe, opened an investigation after a video captured by a truck driver showed what appeared to be an African lion wandering in the woods. John O'Reilly, the local forest manager, what the fuck is a forest man? Forest ranger? Forest manager? Forest manager, whatever it is, said the video came after several reported the sightings of an unknown animal in the woods. The animal had been before the harvester working on the site, but it was from a distance, had been seen, of course, from a distance moving through the trees. We assume it was a deer before the video was captured. Deer, deer, with a fucking lion mane. You should go to the optometrist. This is the bird, this is the plane. No, it's a fucking moon. Garda said on social media the animal had been found and identified. Turns out it was a very committed Newfoundland dog with a fresh haircut. Very friendly dog named Mose. And it's delighted. It's a recent viral clip. That's right, people. So someone sent the dog, cut him as a lion, scared people. But at the end of the day, who let the dogs out? Who? Oh yeah, fun fact from Ireland. Just at the end, the podcast is reaching the end. Fun fact: Polish people when they moved to Ireland, wherever they were like caught by the police for speeding, they were giving their driving license. And in Ireland, they thought they all of them are one person. Yeah, the most notorious street criminal in Ireland was a guy named Prawo Jazdy because they just took the Polish name for driving license and thought it was the name and last name. So they were looking for the dude named Prawo Jazdy, and they couldn't find it because well, it's a general name. Anyway, people, that was the news from Ireland. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have news from your country, there's an email in the description. All right, people, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Take care.